Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of Chamildev Institute of Pharmacy. Myself Rashmi Arora, Assistant Professor Pharmacology. Today we will study about the gout, its pathophysiology and the treatment line. Gout is basically characterized by the deposition of sodium urate crystals in the joints and results into the painful arthritis. Actually, the gout's first sign is the swollen toe that is very painful. It is a metabolic disorder which is basically characterized by the hyperuricemia and the excessive amount of accumulation of uric acid. Uric acid is the end product of purine metabolism, and it has a very low water solubility and basically at the low pH. The acute attacks, they, as the gout is very painful, so the painful acute attacks were treated with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agents, mainly indomethacin or naproxen. But now treatment has been started with aspirin as well, because it increases the plasma urate levels at low doses by inhibiting the uric acid secretion in the renal tubules. Gout progresses in 4 stages. Stage 1 to stage 4. Stage 1 is high uric acid level stage, in which the person has no joint pain. There is no symptom of swollen joints or elevated uric acid. Blood test is just a significant symbol of maybe having a gout in future, but it is not necessarily that hyperuricemic patients they do develop every time gout. No, it is not necessary. And stage 2 is the acute gout stage, in which the urate crystals are releasing into the joint fluid and they cause an inflammatory reactions. By doing the inflammatory reaction, they causes the release of many pro-inflammatory mediators like cytokines and all, which elicits further the inflammatory signs and symptoms like swollen toe, redness, swelling, etc. Then comes the progression further stage 3, that is intercritical gout. This gout stage is the basically period of remission between the gout attacks. First acute gout attack happens, and then there is a phase 3 started, and then again acute pain started. So between stage of stage 2 repetitive acute pain is the stage 3 phase, which is called intercritical gout. Then comes the last stage of gout, that is stage 4, chronic gout. It is also known as tophaceous gout, because the toffee like crystals they starts depositing into the joints. Basically these toffee like these toffee like crystals, they are chalk like stones. They start depositing under the skin. That could be the area of pinna, eyelids, nose, or around the joints and other places. And also the urate stones start appearing in the kidney, and this leads to severe pain and more serious gout attack, that is stage 4. The basic hit areas of gout are small joints, gout attacks on the small joints. We can see that the tip of the finger, wrist joint, tip of the toe, ankle joints and elbow are some sensitive areas for the gout. The main reason of gout is high fatty and protein diet, alcohol, high body mass index, the use of excessive diuretics, high blood pressure, high fructose corn syrups, red meat, organ meat, kidney diseases if they are already present, means it could serve as a secondary cause of gout. And lots and lots of sweet agents, dehydration, and the consumption of shellfish, seafoods. These all lead to the increased protein level in the body, and that is how After the metabolism, uric acid starts depositing into the small joints in the form of chalk-like structures that are toffees, and thus creates painful symptoms and results in gout. The major treatment line of gout is the use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agents. Apart from that, colchicine and corticosteroids are also used. And then prophylactically, we use allopurinol, febuxostat, pegloticase, and probenecid. Colchicine basically binds to the tubulin leukocytes and then thus prevents the polymerization. And this is how it inhibits the phagocytic activity and migration of leukocytes to the area of uric acid deposition, means it is blocking the inflammatory responses. Prophylactically, allopurinol lowers the plasma urate level by inhibiting the xanthine oxidase enzyme, which helps in conversion of xanthine into uric acid. If we inhibit this enzyme, then it won't be possible for the xanthine to get converted into uric acid, and thus it will not deposit in the small joints. Then uricosuric drugs like sulfenpyrazone, probenecid, they inhibit the renal reabsorption of uric acid. Means they are promoting the excretion of uric acid from the body. They won't allow to deposit the uric acid or reabsorb the uric acid from the renal tubule during the formation of urine or excretion of urine. The person having gout should drink plenty of water to prevent the crystallization of uric acid in the form of urate crystals in the urine, so as to prevent the damage of kidney or the formation of kidney stones due to gout. These drugs are basically less effective and more toxic than allopurinol. Nowadays, gold has also been used as a treatment line for gout, but due to its cost, allopurinol is the best agent we are using for the treatment of gout. This flowchart gives you the information how allopurinol act as anti-gout agent. Because of the purine metabolism, hypoxanthine gets converted into xanthine in the presence of xanthine oxidase, and further gets converted into uric acid. When this uric acid does not passes through the urine, it gets deposited in the form of urate crystals in the joint spaces, and xanthine oxidase enzyme gets inhibited by allopurinol, thus uric acid will not form. And when the urate crystals they start coming in the synovial membrane space, the phagocytosis process starts up. The phagocytosis During the phagocytosis process, the release of lysosomal enzymes and other inflammatory mediators, they elicit the inflammatory responses, and thus we can see the redness, swelling and pain into that particular joint area. And this phagocytosis and the pro-inflammatory mediator release gets inhibited by the use of colchicine, and also the renal reabsorption of uric acid gets decreased down by the use of probenecid and sulfenpyrazone. In another flowchart, we will have a look of some NSAIDs, how they act. This is another schematic layout in which we can easily see that cyclooxygenase enzyme has been inhibited by the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory agents, and they actually decrease the release of pro-inflammatory mediators, and that is how they are helpful in controlling the pain elicited by the inflammatory responses. So this is all about the drug line and pharmaco treatment line of gout. There are some food supplement also that can prevent gout, like the consumption of pineapple, peppers, turmeric, watercress, lemons, ginger, and cherry juices. They all uh, are free from protein, so they help in giving the antioxidant value to the body, and as well as if the antioxidant level gets increased up in the body, it will fight against the inflammatory mediators or the inflammatory signals, which helps in relieving the symptoms of the gout. So this is all about gout. I hope you find it interesting. Thank you.